right, and I have the first story. And the first story, I'm going to take you all the way to Norway. Now, this is a story where they've reopened the schools again. This is after kids have been out of school or learning from home for the last 6 weeks. 6 weeks, that's a lot of time. So they reopened on Monday, and not for everybody. They reopened first for the young kids. The young kids ndio waanze shule kwanza, and then the rest as they observe the situation. So of course parents are concerned about this. So the ones that have gone back to school are between the years 6 and 10. 6 and 10 years have returned to school, and what they're doing is right now they have increased their staff because every class can have a maximum of 15 students only. And even the playground has been divided in a way that you cannot be crowded. So those 15 students wanacheza pale, wengine pale, ivo. So that has made, on the upside of this is now people who are out of jobs can now get jobs, because now they need even more teachers if they're going to, if they were sharing desks, even like one table, many kids, you know how little kids, the school, so now every kid has their own desk. Now in Norway, they have confirmed that they have 7,505 cases already confirmed of coronavirus and 193 deaths. But they've also recorded a significant drop in hospitalized cases. So they're opening up the school, and it's the first step towards opening up other places. So
yeah, I think it's amazing. Inatupatia hope, like knowing that, you know, some parts of the world are like getting back to their almost normal, but not very normal.
Yeah.
But I don't know when if you bring it back home here in Kenya, are we able to like get some students going home, expanding and reducing the number of students in a class?
That's true.
Because already I feel we lack space in most schools, and hata tukiongeza walimu lazima like seme half of the school isikakwe shule so that there is enough space to have like less students in the classes. I don't know.
Was Norway on a lockdown? Like considering it's been like 7,000 cases and only like 200 deaths, I think that's remarkable.
I think it is. I think they took precautions early because these kids have been off school for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Na baby Kenya watoto wetu wameambiwa wakae tena another 1 month.
Which
is fine.
Which is okay as long as corona goes away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're also observing if things escalate, because they can't escalate with now you opening up, because now the hygiene situation has to be taken a notch higher.
Very true.
Which is very nice. Let's go to America, where the former First Lady Michelle Obama has announced on Twitter that Netflix will be releasing a documentary series on the stories of her meeting young people and the people she met after her memoir. So in a tweet, Mrs. Obama featured a clip where she spoke with young people about what it was like to life now, adjusting after the husband's presidency. And I want to read that tweet. Just give me a minute, let me get it. She said, "I'm excited to share that on May 6th, Netflix will release Becoming, a documentary directed by Nadia that shares the stories of the amazing people I met." Sitaki kungoa, please. Stories of the amazing people I met after the release of my memoir, which is now Becoming. During this difficult time, I hope you will find some inspiration and find joy in this film. Now, last week, of course, she has been reading stories to young kids who are stuck at home because of this corona thing. Also, as the general elections are about to be done, the former VP, if you remember him, was Joe Biden, and he's also the current Democratic candidate, indicated that he would select Michelle Obama to be his running mate anytime. But of course, she has been adamant and saying she does not want to run for political office. Let's watch this video.
So how does it feel like trying to get back on track of your normal life that you had before?
What I've learned is that get back on what track? It's a whole new track. It's not going back. It's not, it's just all different, and it's different forever. So it's not getting back on track, but it's creating my next track. I'm doing what you're doing. I'm figuring out, what do I want to do? What do I care about? And it takes time to process your life and figure out what it all means. So little of who I am happened in those 8 years. so much more of who I was happened before.
Grace and poise this woman exudes. Oh, man. And she's just trying to show, you know what, she's living the life of a normal, you know, citizen. Like, it's been 8 years since she's been in office, where they were living in the White House, and now it's 8 or 9. They were in the office for like 8 years, yeah? So she's a normal citizen right now, but not very normal.
Not very. There's nothing normal
yeah,
about
it's Michelle.
Like,
As in,
and I love the way, like, she has profound, I think they found a way for, like, the way Yeye and Bonake, they speak, they have profound words. I'm not getting back on a track, guys. I'm creating my next track.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but can you
just feel like
imagine?
it's-
Sorry, can you imagine if Joe Biden went ahead and
Yes.
selected her, and she got into office? Now, what would you call Obama now? First husband? I'm just asking.
I have no idea what we'll call it. Just like it runs in the family.
First gentleman.
But don't you think guys would
runs in
say
the
Joe
family.
Biden, if he actually gets into office, will be because he got Michelle on, you know, to...
Yeah, and it
because-
will be
Okay,
beautiful.
yeah, probably.
It will be like, it's just because just try it with somebody else and let's see.
Ndio
But
tucheki
anyway,
venye
I'm just like,
kutaenda.
I'll definitely be on that
Yeah.
wagon.
I think I'm just going to touch on the, you know, that I'm not, I'm creating my next track. Because I feel sometimes people are like, maybe in mommy situations, relationship situations, you're so used to playing a certain role, you forget about yourself for a certain period of time. And she admits, like, you know, Michelle was not really doing her thing when she was still in office. But right now, she's like figuring out what she wants to do. So it's okay to be somewhere over there, you're yo-yoing around with whatever you're doing, but you can always decide, you know what, now it's time to put me first and follow my dreams and pursue what I'm passionate about. And it's very okay. It doesn't matter, like, you know, when you realize it.
How
So,
old you are, you can always turn a new leaf, you can start again, you can create a, like, how this book ends depends on, like, kush pewa ni nino.
ngapi kreti?
Patiwa.
Have you read the book?
Na nikanyage.
Kanyaga.
Umesoma hiyo book ati ukanyage?
Okay, but I'm not yet done.
I've read
but
halfway.
I do, yeah,
I'm
I read
halfway
it.
through.
Okay, I think kwa quarter wewe uko mbele yangu ka uko
supposed to give
halfway.
you a book, but
I'm
I
somewhere
forgot.
there. But it's very true, by the way. It's very true. You can wake up kesho no amwe, I'm a whole different person. As in, uamke kesho ukiwa mtu mwingine. Acha venye tulikuwa tunasema accents hapo, naamka na accent ya kiuko. Unaamka kesho unaambiwa same tulikuwa tunazozana si mimi. Nimechange. No, you know. Anyway, guys, let me take you to the next story. So, Watoto Uganda 256. So let me talk about music. So there's Nabio, who went ahead to say was the first artist from Uganda to be signed under Sony Entertainment and Universal Music Group. And he says he doesn't feel like he benefited from being signed to the labels as much as their big labels, because the way they take, the time they take to release music and projects, it's too long, and for him it wasn't working. Being an artist, he understands that, you know, Ugandans expect you as an artist to release music probably like after 3 months a song or 2 months a song. Like, there has to be a certain consistency. So for him, he's like, you know what, there's all this hype here, you know, everyone wants to be signed and all that, but when you look at it, by the time you hear an artist like song, imeka almost 1 year, you even forget about them, you know. So he says he never benefited from it. So, and yes, I'll say this, it's a real thing. By the time you're getting yourself signed over there, know what you're signing, know what you're going to sign. You know, unajua hata mkwambia vita man solo ni heri. Because, you know, sometimes, yes, you do. Okay, as an artist, you get signed, you're somewhere. The pace at which, and I always say this thing, it's actually one of the things, you know, that made me want to just go solo and do my own thing. Because I felt there's a pace I want to move at, but the guys I'm working with, kuna ile pace wao wanataka. Kumbuka kila mtu ana mbio kama yako, na kuna mtu like akoke kwenda na time frame yake, because maybe there are a lot of artists in the, you know, in the label and all that, wanataka kupatiana like equal attention. And it doesn't work out for you. Sometimes you could actually be very surprised. Unapata by the time you're going solo, ama you decide to do your own thing, create your own team over there, watu wanakuamini, push with them, you might go so far than being in the name of umesainiwa and there is nothing. Unajua kuna kitu mbaya kama umesainiwa na hakuna kikiru. Unajua eri mtu wangu pige hustle. na kikosi yako true,
Yeah.
but you can see the results. Unaona?
Yeah.
Unakalishwa by the time you're making money, by the time the money is going sijui wapi, umebaki hapo in the name of umesainiwa.
And those days are
And
long
that thing
gone.
is actually very true.
Yeah.
As artists, you need to be very careful.
Yeah.
As in, be very careful and smart. There's so many ways to kill a what? A
Rat.
bird. A rat. Hata kunguni ziko mingi. Yes.
Hizo masiku za, you remember before we really like would get an artist just to do one song for a year and we were okay with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like these days, mtu ametoa wimbo leo, after 2 weeks, buda una kitu mpya, you understand?
That's
like
true.
people are running, like hakuna mtu, do not just mama. Like, but you see when you're signed, I don't know how they do it, but there's a way artists like produce music after a longer period. I don't know if it's because they put so much into the first project before the second one. I don't know what.
But it's
they
not
consider.
just you, like
Yeah.
Kush said. Maybe in this label, mko kama
Mko
wasanii
wengi.
kama 55.
Yeah, kila month
And then
kuna mmoja anatoa.
everybody. But even when you look at Soul Generation, it's been wanatoa mwingine anatoa hivyo. So it can't be, I can't concentrate on just you.
Ama mwenye akienda kuenda huyo ndo mwenye the focus is over there, you know.
Yeah.
Tunaenda na mwenye anaendanga
Mwenye
akienda. But
anasongesha.
anyway, so is life, you know.
Yeah.
All the best though.
It's